Hey everyone, welcome back and happy Sunday. Okay, guys, so it was so weird and unlike us to take off a Friday and a Saturday, but it is so much more better, I guess. Great to be back here and feel like refreshed and ready to go. So, we have a lot to talk about today. I have a few videos to do, but this one specifically is about Miss Vicki Gunvalson, who is opening up about Shannon's DUI, what it would take for her financially to come back on the show. She's talking about Shannon's relationship, her relationship, everything with Access Hollywood, which means that we have a lot to break down. So before we jump in, you guys know how this works. If you haven't already, go ahead, smash that like button, show some love, do all the YouTube things, and let's jump right in.
Cause no one can do it like we do it, like we do it, like we do it. Cause no one can do it like we do it, like we do it, like we do it.
So I appreciate Access Hollywood and also the Reality Blurb team because they don't miss a beat. Vicki Gunvalson opened up about Shannon's DUI and hit and run arrest during an interview that she did this past Thursday. But she also addressed whether John Janssen is to blame and the whole cast gang up on Heather Dubrow. She discussed her potential return and she spoke of the moments leading up to Shannon's arrest and revealed that changes are coming to the Tres Amigas comedy show because of it. So it was Access Hollywood's Housewives nightcap, and they do a really great job. But she said we're going strong. We sold out on the 16th of November, and now they opened up the 15th. Although the ladies will change some of their material to veer away from the alcohol focus of their tour shows, Vicki promised that the act will still be entertaining. It's kind of funny that the majority of their material was so alcohol focused, and it was just like, oh, even the dance. The dance was horrendous. It just was. But it was the song and the dance. And I'm not bashing Tamara, Vicki, or Shannon. It's actually really funny. But watching them do it, they know that they're clowning themselves. They know that they look like clowns when they're doing it. That's why they're doing it, because they're putting on a show. So it makes sense. It makes sense. We'll leave them alone on this one. So although the ladies will, again, move forward with it, she said, we're going to tweak some of the words a little bit, but all in all, we're having fun. The girls and I, we have to tweak some of the songs a little bit. We're going to incorporate what just happened, but it's going to be okay because people drink, people can have fun. You just don't get behind the wheel ever. We were going to do a show during BravoCon and it just didn't work out. We're going to do a holiday show and it's going to be funny. I mean, as long as Vicki Gunvalson says it's going to be funny, maybe we believe it. I don't know. So, in addition to continuing on with her Tres Amigas tour in 2023, Vicki also made her highly anticipated return to the show, which she exited after season 14 following the demotion. But looking back on her decision to make a cameo role, she admitted that she wouldn't do it again, even though she likes all the girls. She would not do it again. She's not doing a cameo. You know what? Let me chime in on this really quick. Because Brandy Glanville in that really set up scene that was so cringe when Kim Richards showed up to Kyle Richards' house and Kyle was upstairs with Teddy and Kim Richards showed up. When she did, she was like, oh my God, Brandy's in the car and that's so random. And then Brandy came up and then she just dropped this bomb about Denise Richards and you see Kyle's face and it's just like, what are you talking about? Brandy did all of that, literally gave them the entire season, a storyline for nothing. No money, nothing, zip, zilch, nada. So I think that for Vicki, yes, she probably got paid for her cameo role, but it's just not worth your time. It's fun to go hang out with everybody. And I get what she's doing. She's trying to whoop it up and put herself back into the mix and show that she would be an asset and a value to this current cast. You have to kind of put that time in, just like Denise Richards this season on The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills was trying to put that time in order to make it look like she is an asset to the cast and that they should potentially bring her back. I think that was Vicki's whole goal, but you also don't want to undersell yourself. You made a shit ton of money on the show and now they're paying you pennies to pop up and be like, hey, welcome to Mexico. No, absolutely not. Anyways, back to it. She noted that season 17 was easy since she wasn't involved in any of the chaos, but she said casting is underway for season 18. I was over at the Kodo Club the other night, and the girls were like, I think I'm going to get on the Housewives. And her husband was like, we have a normal life. I'm like, you probably won't get chosen. They're always interviewing for new, fresh faces. And that's the hard part for me, who still has a life ahead of me. I still have a whole life. According to Vicki, there's still a lot of her left. And she'd love for the Real Housewives of Orange County viewers to not only see how her life is today, but also get updates on her children, Brianna and Mike. We're good people and we do have drama, we do have chaos. But that said, if Bravo wants her back, it will cost them and she's not open to a friend role. She said, I won't be a toe in. It's all in or nothing. And it would have to be on my terms, and that means financially too. I'm not going to back down. Mm, mm. Beggars can't be choosers. I mean, I'm not going to back down. I understand the toe in role. Like, I'm not going to become a friend of. Okay, that's an okay one. That's an easy argument where you can say, you know what? I understand that I offer a lot. I offer more than a lot of these people. I've shared more than a lot of these people who are on the current cast. But where you might lose some of them is whoever is negotiating the contracts on your behalf. If they're sticking stern with, think about it. It's like, let me give you an analogy. You go on Facebook Marketplace, there's the couch for $200. You want the couch for $200 and you, or they want to sell it for $200 and you say 150 and they say, no, 200. And you're like 170. No, 200. 175. No, 200 or I'll walk. You better be prepared to walk. And for Vicki, based off of her actions, and I thought when I met Vicki, I thought she was fantastic. But based off of her actions and like begging to come back to the show and saying that you fired me and wanting that, be careful with how much you're asking financially. I don't think I would do like a whole big increase and be like, see, you guys need me. $1.3 million. It's not very hard to be a housewife. It's not. And you have a full-time job. Back to it. So, season 17, she said season pretty much 17 wasn't right. It was something I created and I'm coming in like a has-been old lady. I'm not going to do that. It was like, why am I not on full time? You want to use me for things. And during her time on season 17, Vicki said that she stayed out of the drama because she didn't understand it and didn't want to side with anyone without the facts. I didn't know that why everybody was so mad at Heather, so I couldn't jump in on the bandwagon, and I like Heather. So for me, that was like, why would I side with this person or this person? I don't know what happened. And I will stand up for myself again if anything, if something is coming at me and it's not the truth. I can't defend somebody when I don't know where it's coming from. It was just uncomfortable. But now talking back to Shannon's DUI, Vicki said that while her ex-boyfriend John has been accused of being a bad influence on her, she feels the responsibility is on Shannon. It's not John's responsibility if she drinks too much. It's her responsibility. Agreed. Shannon is responsible for what she puts in her body, and a lot of people want to blame John. And at the end of the day, Shannon drank, she got in the car, and she drove, and she knows that was wrong to do. Since Shannon was arrested last month, Vicki said that the two of them have been talking every day. And Vicki did say she's doing good. She's taking ownership. She's getting some help, some treatment. Shannon doesn't and hasn't drank and driven. She's an Uber girl and she spends a ton of money a month. But this night was an unfortunate situation. Now, as OC fans may have heard, Shannon was headed to a restaurant, and this was where she was trying to retrieve a lost phone based off of what they said. But what Vicki said was Shannon had been out with friends, and she might have had one too many, and then went to try and find her phone. She thought she left it at the restaurant, so she got in her car, and she couldn't call an Uber to find her phone because she didn't have her phone. It was a very unfortunate, quick, wrong decision, and she's owning it, and she's going to take full responsibility. She's already made full restitution with the little garden wall that she hit, and I'm so proud of her. I said, you know what? Accidents happen. This is an accident. You take ownership. You get in front of it, and she's doing all of that. So she totally says, I messed up. I just have questions here. I want to know if you guys are wanting Vicki back full time. If you're not wanting her back, is she worth the advertiser dollars? Is she not worth the advertiser dollars? And is she making excuses for Vicki or for Shannon? This is like the third time that I've heard she's never drank and drive. Go ahead, comment below. Love you guys.